number episode is this?
26.
Is it 20?
Yeah, it's 26.
Okay, cool, banging.
If it's
I
not,
don't know.
oh, no, take it. Well, that's 2 people said 26. Do you want to check?
I'd check because I thought it was 27
I thought
for
it was
a sec.
27.
I thought it was 24.
Bear with us.
I think the move-in one was 26.
I have thought so as well. But this doesn't look too
This
bad.
is
to be
nice. I
fair.
quite like this. Yeah, well then.
Ecuador's been kicked out of the World Cup. Classic podcast content.
There we go.
Oh no, it is 26. Everyone was right.
Oh,
I was
we're
wrong.
right.
Hello and welcome to your 26th episode of the Mediocre podcast. I'm James, the Nerdy Brit Skinner.
I'm Fraser Oliver.
You can see we are outside. I'm just going to give you a lovely little shot of the world. I definitely didn't. Look at that. Look at that. Got a couple of guests recording today. And look.
We got it. There we go.
So we are situated here on Falmouth Uni campus in Penryn. How are you today, mate?
I'm great. I'm excited to be
Lovely.
outside. It's much nicer. Like, 'cause usually I get quite hot recording these podcasts.
No, we get so sweaty,
Like,
but
because we have to shut the windows for audio purposes, so you just get absolutely like sweltering. But this is lovely.
There's a chance the world may not see this if it turns out shit. We did a couple of, I've done a couple of Can I Hear Myself, and I could. The plan today is basically, because what we want to do, like we talked about in episode 24, is we kind of, we'd love to become Falmouth's podcast. So what we're thinking is, a lot of people aren't on campus yet. Campus isn't quite as busy as what it sometimes might be. So the plan is, hopefully, when it's more busy, we can maybe get some people involved. Like we said, have a sign up, come into a mad podcast for a couple of minutes, have some
because
fun.
then we can promote our stuff, but then other people, if they want, could come on and talk about that.
It would be lovely. But so today it'll probably be about 10-15 minutes out here, and then we'll transition inside. But we do have a drink.
Yeah. Up the Monarch.
Not gonna lie, we just did do a quick session. By session we sat down and listened to someone waffle for an hour. It wasn't waffle, it was quite good. Oh, is it the best one?
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. So
I'm excited.
give it a gander.
Give us a
what are the flavours?
Well, you read them. I'm gonna.
Monarch Energy juice. Sucrose, fruit juices, apple, peach, pear, pineapple, nectarine, mango, and banana. Those are sorts of juicy
I will be
vibes.
honest. It does just taste like the Mango Loco monster, which isn't a problem because that's my favourite monster. It's the only monster I actually drink, but it does just taste
That's
like that.
quite appley.
It's really good. I quite like it.
I prefer that Mango Loco one.
That is good.
That one's really nice. But this isn't bad at all.
I don't usually like Monster. They scare me a bit. The mango one.
No. Oh, the mango one does just hit a wee bit.
It's different.
It's really nice.
It's bloody
It's
lovely.
We're about to start our second year of uni in, honestly, 4 days?
Yeah.
No, 5 because the Queen's
what is
popped
the
the
date
clogs.
Political satire.
Don't really care. So
Let's not get into that on the podcast.
96-year-old woman dies and the cost of living crisis suddenly goes away. Fraser, are you excited for the second year of uni?
I am, because it seems like we're doing more stuff that I had to care about.
That was
Because the first year was very, look at these skills that you're doing, and it was like, yeah, but now we're doing like recorded media, I'm really excited. We're doing like screen work. It seems like we're doing stuff that I'm going to actively enjoy, which is always good.
I think when you're doing the first year, you definitely, your motivation goes low when a third of it is the stuff you feel like you're passionate about, a third of it is technique, which you definitely need, but it's definitely like slow motivationally to get into that. And then it's a third written. Obviously there's written elements coming, obviously there's technique elements coming, but it seems like a lot more of like the grit, burger.
And we've got like that was a great analogy. I love that.
Thank you, cheers.
We've got
We were eating too much fucking salad last year. Let's
have a bit of fucking meat.
Let's get some fucking bacon going.
I fucking love bacon.
Don't get hungry. It's a podcast.
I know. What I was going to say, then we've got actual like a production. We've got the second year shows, which feels like we're working. Cause it didn't feel like we were working towards anything in the first year. It was very like disjointed, but this feels like it's a like actual ticket of working towards some sort of show, which is nice.
Because the last time I was actually on a stage was December 2019, and same for you in the Pantos that we did
which
in
was
college,
great.
which was a lot of fun.
I miss Pantos.
But it's been by the time we get to it, it'll be January 2023 when, and for someone myself who's like grown up loving theatre and doing theatre all the time with little gaps here and there, it's gonna feel so good to actually be in a fucking performance.
Well, because the assessments we've done so far are what, like our voice and movement stuff, which isn't, that's not a perform. Like, yes, you'll perform, but it's not like a story-driven actual play, which I'm excited to actually get. I want a character. I want to have a character that I can like actually research and
100%.
put on stage, because that's as an actor what you want, isn't it? You want a character that you can put on stage. That would be ideal.
It would be great
if that's all right.
No, overall, you mentioned recorded media. That's one that's exciting.
I'm really excited for recorded media.
Even just like pretty much straight away, we've been told we're going into like scene studies and just proper like duologues and scenes and real acting. It's
with
just
characters and like stuff to do.
When you're doing it acting course, it's definitely
technique.
exciting to feel like you're actually doing real acting.
Yeah,
100%.
that is always good.
What's this?
Go on. No, come
up. We don't mind. We don't mind. We've got Jess as kind of security / she's doing whatever she wants.
Go on.
Oh,
well, I'm not in frame.
So I've been sat right on the other side of the camera, and I just have been taking some photos for a live action Twitter.
A live action Twitter. What
So
does
you-
that
AKA
mean?
you've taken some pictures and you don't do a tweet.
You probably can't see, but I'm tweeting out Mediocre at Best on Tour Part 2. You lot
Nice. I
are
love
in
that.
for a real treat this
You
week.
want to put tour, not your.
Yeah.
If that's all good.
Anyway, thanks, Jess. You've been a great help. Social media manager, Jess. Everyone.
Yeah.
Tweet. Ow! Oh, that's right on Instagram.
Yeah. No. Give her a little round of applause.
Well done, Jess.
Thank you. We do also have honoured guests. We do have Parker, who's been on a couple of group episodes,
I'm #1 fan.
and Matt. He loves it. We're getting him and his bandmate on soon to have a lovely chat about his European tour. Look out for that soon. Fraser the Queen died this week.
Yeah, she did. Bothered?
Right.
I bothered.
I'm going to speak about this surprisingly quite respectfully. I am sad in life that a person has died,
Yes.
and I will admit she is a loved figure in this
She's like
in this
people call her,
world.
like, the mother of the name. Like she was a very.
People love her. I think problems have arisen where we've heard stories of food bank, because Monday, the 19th, day after this podcast goes out, Queen's funeral is official bank holiday. So we've been told that food banks are likely going to be closing.
Homeless shelters that are
Homeless
closing,
shelters.
Any like major shops closing.
like NHS cancer
like
appointments and
hospital
things like that.
appointments are
Proper big.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Can I come on?
Yeah, come in. I won't do any editing, so there's
I
going to be a
almost
lot more
died.
transition moments.
I love that.
People are also not allowed to get buried the same day as the Queen's dying.
Oh yeah, no one can touch the dirt.
Yeah,
while the Queen's
no
getting
one else
buried.
can.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna preempt me popping my clogs next time then.
Yeah, if you could.
That's it. I'm done. Oh, thank you.
Right.
Well, the other. So before we even like, what I do feel sorry for is like, yes, the royal family, they're not really being given time to like grief. Like, yes, there's like your mother's died. Right, come on, you got to be king. Do this massive walk through public like that. That's not ideal.
Yeah.
If your grandmother died, you don't want to be parading through the streets of Scotland. You'd like to be mourning. So that's one thing I'm like, yeah, like down to it. Yes, a mother, a grandmother, a woman's died. That is sad, but can we keep everything out?
At the
I
end,
can't have a shower because I can't pay for water. Can we?
Without going into specifics, I'm never going to claim to be pro-monarchy.
No.
Ignoring that, the idea that, like it was said in a news report recently, that the cost of living crisis, quote unquote, doesn't matter now that the Queen has unfortunately passed away. Anyone with that mindset clearly has too much money to care about the masses not being able to heat their homes this winter.
Yeah, but people are choosing between eating and having heat. And we're going, do you know what we should do though? Is give this Queen like £1 million send off. That'd be good. So, or
Without
give people scram.
genuinely, without trying to offend anyone with pro-royal views, there are much more important things going on.
Like, yes, it's a piece of history. Yes, it's sad, but people
Are there more important things going on in the world at the moment? 120%. I was going to say 110, but that
Yeah.
feels a little bit standard. Everyone
does,
says
yeah.
110%.
Say like 111.
111.
You know, make
Wow,
it a bit more-
111.
I know. Oh god.
Oh, maybe not. Oh god, which is ironic for the 19th.
Wait, then. Oh god.
I've started on the Nerdy Brit channel,
Yeah.
uploading 3 days a week.
How's that going? Because I know we spoke about how I was finding
Yeah.
it, but now I wonder how you're.
It's weird because it used to be, because my gap from a Friday to a Monday, and obviously half the time I'm sorting this,
Yeah.
but I used to have to produce, like if I produce like a video and then 3 days later another one, That's
a great week.
That's like the highlight of your Nerdy Brit
Yeah.
month. And now it's my longest gap, and I'm still doing well, but like it does create pressurizing moments, like when yesterday was Wednesday and a SpongeBob the Musical video went out, and it was supposed to be a Doctor Who one, but no audio recorded for that, and because I've literally got to upload, I had to whack that one up. So
But I think that's good. I find that where it's good to have
puts the pressure on
like, 'cause
you.
otherwise you get, oh, I don't need to upload, it's fine, what's gonna, where I'm like, well no, I need to upload, and I've got like a backlog, like you've got the SpongeBob, where they're like, I had to put one of them up, because I was like, I haven't got a video, I don't have time to film a video. Whack it up. It gets a bit more, you know.
And I think if I was there telling myself you have to daily upload, that puts the pressure on you in a negative way where it doesn't.
Daily uploading would be
as soon as it doesn't feel like a hobby anymore,
Yeah.
that's when it definitely has some negative connotations. But I think a mix of putting pressure on a project you really enjoy making and seeing growing is a fantastic way to have that nice balance between work and hobby.
And it's the same with the podcast, doing it every week. Sorry, Jish, I got twatted by a wasp.
Her face is a fucking picture right now.
That's great. It's the same with the podcast, putting it to weekly. It means that because before it was sort of like, oh, we should probably meet up and do that. It's forced us to do it.
But then also like it's about creating like boundaries and like for yourself. It's like going, for example, with this podcast, we're making this weekly right now. If it gets to an hour, absolutely fantastic. There is no pressure on this to be an hour anymore. Because it doesn't have to be.
No.
Because we're giving it to you as weekly. So you're getting more, but then it's upping our workload, slightly making it more of a... I think just, even if it wasn't weekly, like even if it ended up being fortnightly, forcing us to make sure there's something out, because it was definitely a as and when.
Oh, it was.
Beforehand.
We probably should, like, look at the thing and be like, oh, we haven't done one in like 11 days. We probably should.
And I think,
sort of thing.
And I think, especially over summer, obviously we weren't quite as close, and couldn't in terms of location,
So I'm just, I'm not talking to this.
Didn't fucking like him. But like it, I think that regiment, I think the view counts did suffer a little bit. Not saying I'm view hungry, but please watch the podcast.
But hopefully with a weekly schedule we can get it up to, and with things like this where we're not just sat. As much as I love sitting on the sofa and waffling for a bit, like the fact we're doing this, we want to do like other on location podcasts.
Because
like,
this podcast has inspired us to at least talk about other ones. Like we've talked about fucking. Let's go to the fucking woods and do an
we
episode.
want to go. Oh, we love the woods. Yeah, we'll just sit by a
let's
tree and record a podcast for a bit. Then
let's let's make it a bit more interesting. Why not?
I did have a thought, but do like a road trip podcast. If we have to drive somewhere, like if we drive back to Western, whack the camera on the dashboard, just like. We're driving, we're going to be talking anyway.
And then things just naturally happen. It's a bit fun, it's a bit funny.
Different.
Because guess what? We are never going to be a big podcast.
No.
Maybe. No, we will. We
We
definitely
will.
Yeah, big up the Mediocre Best Podcast. Thank you to Rubicon for trying to sponsor this podcast. They never will.
No, don't say that. They will.
I might send a few emails Rubicon's way, see if they fancy it. Honestly, I might.
If you fancy it. Just check us free drinks every now and then and we'll promote you.
This is quite fun. I really like I kind of find my eyes just kind of like gazing off to I'm the last person to be a bit voodoo, drink your herbal tea, whack your crystals out, but like it's quite natural and calming this.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm not fucking boiling.
No,
is the
you're
other
not.
good thing. I'm not sweating my cunt off, which is always ideal.
It is ideal for two big boys doing a podcast.
And as long as
that
should be on Twitter bio. Can you change your Twitter bio to two big boys doing a podcast?
Hello.
Make a bio.
Sorry. How do you make a bio?
Got no idea.
No one cares about your reactions.
Bringing my mum into this.
But no, it's quite because that's one of the benefits. You're living in Cornwall. It's a lovely little campus.
Yeah.
Like, why not do a little beach podcast?
But there are other,
Why not pop to Swamppool and call a wee podcast?
Yeah, that'd be
Why
great.
not?
But I was looking at there's little grass there behind us, something that looks quite cool. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Let's
There's another bit behind us and just find places to.
get into the chapel.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Maybe not.
If we can, fuck it, if we can hire out the fucking chapel.
But that's the other thing to talk about. We were talking about like hiring out studios, like because we do acting, we could actually hire studios for free because we could do that for like 2 hours.
Because like the 4-man podcast that was 25 was we understand it was a little bit, but if we could like get like 4 people into a studio, there's a lot more wiggle room in that.
Yeah, and you've got tables and chairs in there already that you can use. Like it's just a nicer space. It looks a bit more.
It is.
Get out and do stuff, isn't it?
What else has happened recently? What's been going on?
News? I can't think of any particular big news. Obviously, D23 happened, but that's a bit out of date now.
I think we can vaguely mention that D23 was incredibly disappointing.
When they opened it, they were like, "This is going to be like the biggest D23 we've ever done," and it's like, "Oh, amazing!" And then they didn't announce a whole lot of stuff that we didn't already know. And I was a bit like, because the main thing, everyone was like, "Oh, Fantastic Four comes from Marvel." They gave us Thunderbolts, but then even that is like.
If you break down the major Disney verticals, Pixar, I would say impressed. I think Inside Out 2 original films and talking about their series that looks cool.
But no, I agree that like
Disney Animation did enough.
Surprisingly, I think Marvel was like, because a lot of Marvel stuff we knew were happening. Like this, spoke about Echo, Daredevil. Like we knew those were happening. What did they give us that we did? Like Thunderbolts lineup. Was like the main thing.
Thunderbolts lineup was a big thing, and then it was just like I love Jimmy Woo, but I'm not gonna sit here and go Jimmy Woo in Ant-Man 3 is this massive thing. Like I love Martin Freeman, but let's face it, he's not going to have much of a big role in Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion was another big thing for there with the trailer. But again, that's not anything we didn't already know about. Yeah, it was a massive sort of.
Even Star Wars was very much like I'm not this big Lucasfilm man, but like
there still wasn't a.
I'm a big Lucasfilmed man.
Right, nice.
But
there still wasn't a whole bunch of stuff that I was like, this is great. I'm so excited. Like it. Yeah.
It is overall. I think. Luckily, I have heard things that because do you remember when Kevin Feige did that big almost like live stream announcing loads of projects and stuff? Like a Disney Investor Day like that is always possible with a bit more of an announcement-y live streamy type thing. I've heard that the lack of Fantastic Four casting might just be because they're just not cast.
I was thinking, I saw a tweet about
we knew
that.
For example, when Shang-Chi was cast, he was cast days before Comic-Con, so quickly. With 4 cast members, maybe even Doctor Doom, they might have wanted to announce with them if they were doing Doctor Doom.
I saw a tweet about that where someone was like, there's no confirmation they've got the whole 4 yet. Like they could have Human Torch.
What's your dream cast for Fantastic Four? Now we can still fucking speculate on it.
See, I think obviously everyone's going to for Mr. Fantastic would be John Krasinski, and that's a good idea. But now he's been in Multiverse of Madness, I'm not sure.
Be honest, was his performance in Multiverse of Madness really that good?
Because I was excited. He popped in. And it was sort of like...
It wasn't awful for a cameo, but I'm not even sure...
I don't think they could put him in the main MCU now, because we had him as the Illuminati, so I don't think we can have him...
The thing you need to realise with Reed Richards is I think you need to embrace the fact that really, Reed Richards is an arsehole.
Oh yeah, no, we need someone who can play...
If Reed Richards is most like anyone in the MCU, he's definitely like a bit of a younger Hank Pym.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my own... Don't get in my way.
Even the MCU kind of was a bit nicer at Hank Pym anyway, but
but they need to have someone who's very like, oh, don't get in my way, I'm doing my thing, don't control me, or I'll have a full-on argy-bargy. It's like, alright. I've seen rumoured casts of
Jodie Comer was rumoured to be is it Invisible Woman? The Invisible Woman. That I'll be happy with. Jodie Comer's fantastic.
On that same board I saw bloody John Boyega in there as Human Torch. He's way too old to be Human Torch.
I can't remember his name. The bloke who plays Steve in Stranger Things. That's a common casting, but I would really enjoy that.
Would work. Mr. Fantastic, I can't think of anyone.
No.
Off the top, but I kind of hope it's someone we don't know, because again, that adds a whole new. There's no.
I'd never heard of Simu Liu before.
No.
I think my opinions on the Shang-Chi film were a bit, here and there, but he was fantastic in it.
It got too overhyped. It was a good MCU film. People act like it was the saving grace of MCU.
Which it wasn't.
I'm not bothered about who plays the Thing, to be honest, because you don't, as long as you've got you don't see them, you don't see a whole lot of them.
Not sure how interesting a cast for that can be.
Because it is most of the time a massive orange rock man, so I'm not too fussed.
But overall, I'd say D23 definitely disappointed.
It did. Especially this whole thing, we were both talking we're gonna clear our channels for that weekend, make sure we get videos. I made one video on it.
I made one video and it flopped.
It was like, because with that thing as well, unless you get the video out the second the announcement's done, 4 or 5 people have already done it. So it's
Then the problem is, search-driven content doesn't gain the traction you want.
No, it gets you. It might get you views, but no one's gonna subscribe off a search.
Yeah,
thing.
it has to be very
has to be
good to
recommended.
warrant
Someone
it.
goes, oh, that's great. That's my kind of thing. I'm gonna subscribe.
So overall, I'd say I was a wee bit disappointed
That
with
was
D23.
great, but what can you do? Like,
What can you do at the end of the day?
what are the rules at the end of the day?
We've watched that as a house too. Basically,
so
there's
good.
an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia that so it's like so both obviously love musicals, and there's kind of like a musical theatre-y episode.
It's so good. It is unironically really good.
So
And we've watched it so many times since we.
I genuinely think it's one of those like episodes of just like strict television.
Oh yeah,
I'm
never gonna get bored of it.
I think it's great.
It's good for
Great.
it.
I've decided
I'm just thinking cheeky Google. What's going
that
on here?
we should. Can you remember a few podcasts ago when we ranked biscuits?
What are we ranking?
I'm Google some crisps. We're gonna rank.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Let's say
This is the greatest.
So this is Britain's best loved crisp. People
Right.
really enjoyed the biscuit one.
Yeah, they did.
So we're gonna keep this going. We could do vegetables next. What type of broccoli do you like? Obviously,
love
tender
parsley.
stem would be number 1.
I love tender stem broccoli.
So Britain's best loved
Are we
crisps.
doing bottom up?
We can. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, leave a bit of suspense
So
going.
at number 20,
Okay.
we've got hula hoops, salt
Ooh.
and vinegar.
Oh, okay. So when you said hula hoops, I was about to shout at you for put that low. Salt and vinegar. I don't like salt and vinegar crisps.
No.
That's fine by me. Chuck them at bottom.
Well, number 19 is What's It? I think you have to be about 4 years
I'll
old
say, unless
or
you-
be Jesselyn to like What's It.
No, literally. Right, you either have to be
just so
12 or
childish.
have the mental age of a 12-year-old to
And
actively
you just
enjoy
get them all
it.
over your fingers.
It's not
Who
practical.
is the fun of it? You get to lick it off.
I'm not a child. I'm not really licking my sodding fingers after a
Honestly.
crisp.
Right. I don't know how this has gone to 18
Okay.
of everyone's
Good.
popular crisps,
Is it-
but Scampi fries.
I've never even
What's-
heard. What the fuck
A
is
Scampi fry's a crisp. No,
What
they're
is-
not. We're already getting shakes
What
the egg.
is a Scampi fry? What? What
Cheers,
is a
cheers,
Scampi fry? Like a fish-flavoured crisp. Like, what the
Fish-
fuck is
what's going on?
Piss off.
Knickknacks. Wait, sorry. I didn't realise that a flavour of knickknacks was nice spicy. Sorry, they should have bored me in for their name
Right,
of crisp.
we've got a spicy crisp. What are we going? Nice and spicy.
Nice
Spicy.
spicy.
Oh,
When you
that's
can't say
trendy.
and, because is down with the kids.
That is
and,
trendy.
Nah,
Well done, middle-aged
and
white
was
man.
last fucking decade. Don't say that.
Come on.
Shit flavour.
Yeah. Shit crisp.
We've got Walker's Prawn and Cocktail next. I think Prawn and Cocktail is
Prawn
a
and
very...
cocktail.
Prawn cocktail.
It's got prawns and cocktails
It's
in
the
it.
that got me every time.
Distracted by the
Prawn cocktail.
I don't like prawn cocktail
I
flavours.
don't. I understand if you like it, if it's your thing.
If it's your,
I
where
do
is
kind
it?
of get
What
it.
on the list is it?
It is 16th.
Oh, fine.
16th?
Have each their own.
That's a classic Leafy. Hello, you're right, mate.
All good.
15th, you've got Doritos, the tangy cheese flavour.
Never had tangy cheese Doritos.
I just don't.
I find
Doritos is just-
cheese-flavoured crisps are always very over cheesy, like the
Yeah.
American style cheese, and it's not for me.
I don't think
Right?
anyone's particularly
cheese crisps. Fucking
just
what's
cheese.
it over here?
like if I'm in the mood, a wee little cheese and onion. I don't mind.
Jesselyn, what's it already?
just cheese.
We're gonna next on the program introduce us as Jesselyn what's it Ori. Fuck's sake.
Number 14, we've got Pringles, salt and vinegar. If
Oh,
barbecue Pringles aren't on this fucking
They're not
list,
the top. I'm gonna kill this.
we might go through a couple lists because this is fun. I
Okay,
love this.
this is good.
But salt and vinegar Pringles, we've already talked about.
Yeah, I
salt.
don't know salt and vinegar.
I don't know. People seem to love this. It seems like I've moaned about all this list
Go
so
on.
far. Pringles, sour cream and
Oh,
chive.
fuck off with your sour cream and your chives.
Like, sour
If-
cream
my
itself is a
mum-
bit shit.
My mum dollops salad given a fucking jacket potato, and this one I hit her every time she does it.
Like,
What?
so you have potato and you're just like, oh.
Well, she has like a classic beans and cheese. Oh, that's a link, and then she's like, oh, sour cream.
That's even-
I'm like, no, but fuck off. with
Who's
your
ever
sour
scranned
cream.
a little jacket
Do
and
you know
gone,
what's really missing?
do you know what? I'd really love some wet sour paste on this. I'd really be buzzing for that.
Sorry, what's a Get over yourself.
Honestly, get a
I'm
life.
not having it.
We got Doritos Cool
I
Original.
don't like Doritos,
Right.
really.
If you like a tortilla chip, I understand that. If you like a really flavoursome Dorito, I get that.
What is Cool Original?
Cool Original
Is it,
Doritos.
is it like ranch?
Doritos.
Is that like ranch from like a, I think it's like...
But it's like this middle ground between flavour
just
and a
nothing.
tortilla chip. And if you were to choose that, I just don't get your mentality. I don't really get where your priorities are lying, and I think you're a bit of a mug.
I just don't like Doritos, right? I'm not a big fan of Doritos.
No, I'm a tortilla chip man.
Yeah.
Simple. Put, get your toppings on. Get
a bit like chili on.
little nachos. At 11, Quavers. Jess, you like a Quaver, don't you?
Sorry, I don't know.
Quavers are better. Quavers are better than what's this?
What position was Quavers in?
11th. As
a bit high.
The best crisp of all time.
It's not the most outrageous shout.
Sorry, we're trying to call a podcast here. Skateboards aren't very good for audio.
It's not like the worst crisp. It's not like an 11. Like a pickled onion Monster Munch. They stink.
They
It makes
do
me
smell.
die.
They do smell.
My
quite
brother
bad.
loves them. As soon as he opens a packet, my eyes start watering.
I feel like I've googled a list of the worst because next is Skips. Of course you fucking do. Skips.
You put what's this?
They're just so strong.
I don't want crisps to melt in my mouth because I want to eat them.
Then at number 8 we've got salt and vinegar squares.
I just don't think that I cannot do salt and vinegar because it.
Right. The problem maybe with me ranking crisps is that I'm not that much
I don't
of a
like crisps.
man.
The only crisps I like are ready salted. This is such a bad list for us to do. I don't like
It's
crisps.
just funny because it's just oscillating crisps.
Every crisp ever. I don't think there's been one on this list we've got yet. Solid choice.
So then again, I don't mind a bacon frazzle.
I do like Frazzle's at next level.
There's something alright to frazzle. Beef hula hoops.
Never had them.
I don't think I've had them. Anyone had a beef hula hoop before? Got opinions on them?
Any good?
Any good?
I quite like them.
Parker quite likes them.
We
We're
got
getting
a
some
nod
nods.
of approval from Matt.
We're getting
like
some
that.
nods. And we got ready salted Walkers.
Yeah, now we're
quite,
on.
quite classic.
I love
you know,
them.
I don't, you might not like them.
I
Well,
love
well, no, you might not choose them. But I'm not sure anyone looks at a packet of ready salted crisps and goes, "Those taste bad."
I'm afraid I would choose them.
Yeah.
I'm very boring when it comes to crisps. Ready salted.
Pringles original.
Oh, I love an original.
Most
Pringle.
Moorish. Honestly,
I cannot-
anyone.
You know they say once you pop, you pop. They're not lying.
Literally.
You know? That is the most truthful slogan ever. Once you
Anyone.
pop, you cannot fucking stop.
If anyone opens like a can of Pringles,
It has a two.
and they feel like they can stop,
You're lying.
you're just lying. You eat the whole packet. You just do.
You're not going. Oh, put them back in there
Again,
for later.
cars not very good for audio.
Not great,
If we
man.
could sort that out, that'd be great.
I don't. Is that fuck off?
Sorry, I didn't even realise that was a road.
Is that a road?
Is that?
Where have you come from?
That's a fucking plot twist in 3/4.
Pick up Cotton Eye Joe.
Walker salt and vinegar are next.
Yeah, we've
their
said
own.
about salt and
Then
vinegar.
I didn't know Monster Munch beef was the second best Britain's
What
best
list
loved
is
crisps.
this?
I'm definitely googling a second
Yeah,
list.
this
after
list
this
is
is
bollocks.
waffle.
What's top?
And top is Walker's cheese and onion, which I think I knew that was the nation's favourite crisp, but it's weird.
Is it? I hate again.
That's what.
Cheese and onion and a pasty.
Who did they survey though? Did
80-year-olds.
who did they survey to get those results?
80-year-olds. It must have been.
I'm gonna find another list.
Yeah.
Hello, we're back. I should have found a new list. Straight away.
It's okay. Yeah, that.
Should I look? No,
We do
I should
crisps
look at
again?
the worst crisp. No, we
Well,
should
'cause we
keep
want
this
to
crisps.
save another one for it because this is a great segment. It's got week. This is like a bi-weekly segment. Any waffle one we do.
In a notes podcast, we should rank.
Yeah.
Things.
Give us suggestions of things you'd like us to look at lists of being, and we will rank them and give our very honest opinions on why they're shit.
Just go to Truro, ask everyone what's your favourite crisp.
What's your favourite crisp? Then cheese onion, you thwack them.
Go to Truro. Could you twat a crocodile?
Okay, what we said. Right, go to the. We go
Right,
bottom
apparently,
up.
this might be a tier list.
I love a tier. I fucking love a tier.
Oh, if it'll fucking load, that would be ideal.
That'd be lovely. Try to podcast.
Yeah, I think. Come on, Falmouth will whiffy. They create a little tier list for us, but I can't see the
we
tier.
actually found
I might just Google like images and see if I can find like
Do
a
you reckon
decent.
there are other podcasts that found with, or are we found with top podcasts by
Must be-
default?
No, I don't think. There must be other there must be other podcasts.
There must
in
be
about-
other flop dog.
I'm gonna Google Crisp's tier list and see if I can get an image.
I love tier lists.
Images. Okay.
No, Jess.
So someone's done this.
I love that.
Okay,
Okay, let's
so
go bottom up.
right, so in the shit tier, I was going to give them all.
Yeah.
We're just going to give some thoughts.
Okay.
So Walker's salt and vinegar, mini cheddars,
Oh, I love
squares, skips, twiglets, wheat crunchies.
I agree. What's a wheat crunchy?
So I've never had a wheat crunchy, the crispy
Okay,
bacon
never
ones.
had a twiglet. I don't know Marmite.
I'm sorry.
Mini cheddars are.
If you're kind of not really in a crisp mood, but you're like, I feel like in terms
They're
of
like crackers, aren't they? Like-
filling crisps, a little mini cheddar
I can't
goes
believe
a
they put that in the
long
same
way.
thing as a fucking skip.
That's wrong.
How have they put mini cheddar with twiglets? What the fuck is it? Right, okay, that's
In the
wrong, but
low
that's good.
tier,
Okay.
we've got McCoy salt, like the ridged ones, like a decent
fucking love a
ridged
ridged
crisp. If you don't
Right,
like
if
a ridged
if you've got the
crisp, I
choice
think
of a
there's something
normal
wrong with
Walker's or like a Max Ridge crisp, if
Yeah.
you're going the normal one, what are you doing? Get a Ridge, more flavour.
People don't even monster munch in the low tier, which I think is correct.
Yeah.
Because,
They probably taste good. They just smell of it.
never heard of a chipstick before?
They just like.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
chipsticks.
Uh,
Where has Jess gone? Over there, right, okay.
Getting my step count up.
Okay, I respect
sound,
that.
sound by walking really slowly, I
If you
see.
could do it somewhere near the camera, that'd be sound.
Right, so this is the pace she's walking at.
Getting the steps up.
Getting the steps up and being not very good at security in case
Yeah.
someone tries to steal our camera.
That'd be the M50.
That's great, you've
That's
smashed it.
really good.
There we are. I'll
Yeah,
give
we're
that
great.
to you. Bye, G. Don't let me. Oh, don't.
Oh,
Too bad.
wanker.
Space Raiders, popular, but not for me.
I don't like Space Raiders. I don't like crisps.
Chili Sensations.
Oh,
they're not bad.
okay, now
They're
we're
not
talking.
bad.
I quite like a chili
I
sensation.
wouldn't choose them, but they're not bad.
It's crisps for me. I don't usually buy them, but if someone goes, "Do you want one?" I'm not gonna say no, depending on what it is. Like, very rarely will I go, "I need to buy a fucking packet of crispy weekly shop."
And then finally in the low tier, you've got a bag of like onion ringy crisps.
Yeah, okay, like onion ring crisps, because onion rings I like, but crisp, like, what are you doing?
So in the mid tier, you've got cheese and onion walkers, the beef hula hoops, I
Again,
believe.
didn't know that existed.
Knickknacks, nice and spicy.
I love knickknacks. Nice and
Quavers,
spicy.
the sour cream Pringles, and
No.
French fries.
Sour cream should be way lower than that.
French fries in the weird little crispy things that
Oh,
if
yeah.
you
Not
choose, you're a bit of a
chips.
wrong one.
Yeah, sorry, sour cream and chive.
What's
should be way
criminal is there isn't even barbecue Pringles anywhere on these lists so
haven't
far.
seen- yeah.
A barbecue Pringle
Oh, sorry, I
is
have
the best crisp of
I
all time.
have just seen a peek of what's in the top tier, James. It's made me very excited to talk about
Right,
it.
Stevie White. Alright, so then in top tier, you've got Walker's Really Salted, classic. Walker's Prawn Cocktail, acquired taste, but I can accept it.
Yeah, I like. Oh, ready salt.
The Red Monster Munch, which I couldn't distinguish to you what that
Chili
specifically is.
something, maybe?
Something hot. Frazzles, Whatsits, and
Fucking
the
Whatsits.
Chili Heatwave Doritos.
They're the most like popular. Like chili heat with everyone.
Sorry,
What do you throw?
this man in God tier has our palates.
I've seen one, like
so
the fourth
that-
one in.
I've
I've
got-
got tier. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna ignore the first one.
What's the first one?
I'm going to ignore that for a sec. So you got Doritos Cool Original, which
Yeah,
we've
I
discussed,
can-
bit shit. Pringles Original.
Yeah.
Classy.
Amazing.
Kettle chips.
I fucking love kettle chips.
Honestly,
Genuinely,
it's like the way they
they're
cook
so
them.
crisp. Like they're just
Crunchy.
Oh my God.
Flavoursome.
That is the most accurate choice on that list. Kettle chips are amazing.
Jess,
I've
let...
just had the best idea.
It's when you get them in a pub as
No,
well.
we're doing a podcast
Yeah,
now.
we're actually in the middle of filming, Jess.
Do you like a pom bear? Because you feel like the type of... My sister bloody loves a pom
Yeah,
bear.
'cause you like
I
Watsits and Quavers, you
dissecting
definitely-
the legs and the arms.
No, I do that though.
I get it.
If I used to have a pom
pom
bear as a kid, and you used to like eat the
can't eat-
legs, then the
yeah.
arms, then you decapitate,
It's
then
like
you
with a
scrap.
gingerbread man. If I'm a
Yeah.
gingerbread man, I'm not eating it. I'm
Yeah,
you
that'd be a bit of fun.
I'm not a huge
Thanks,
fan.
Jess. Cheers. And you've also got ready salted hula hoops.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah, they have got our palate there.
What is weird is in the God tier,
Okay.
they also have popcorn.
Okay, well that's not
Salted
a crisp.
popcorn.
That's not a crisp, I'm afraid.
Well, I think it's slightly wrong that popcorn in a crisps tier
Is
list
it, not only is it
in
on there,
God
but it's in
tier.
God tier. How can it be God tier crisp
Who-
when it's not a crisp?
I need to just search for a tier list that actively
Sorry,
like
we're-
recognises barbecue. Fucking hell, is this the mode of transport episode? Car,
Tier
skateboard, helicopter.
Tier list of modes of transport. If we can, wherever. No, we'll
Excuse
give you
me.
airtime. It's okay. Airtime, nice.
Airtime.
Where the fuck? Oh, there he is. Yeah.
I found a
greedy
tier list that
shit.
does put barbecue Pringles in an A
Okay.
tier. There is some barbecue Pringle respect. Seriously.
Quite
Seriously,
down.
you're taking the piss a bit here,
Sorry,
honestly.
Go a bit quicker. Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Thanks for your input on the podcast. Appreciate it.
Fucking hell. So, overall, what have we discovered about Chris through this segment? That we are...
Again?
Sorry, you don't realise it's the road and 2 come along once?
I think what we've established is that we are not the best demographic for crisp tier lists because none of us are really that big a fan of what the fuck is going on.
Jess, what's your favourite crisp?
I really quite like a classic ready salted, but I get what you mean about Pringles in that you just can't stop eating them.
Once you pop, you just can't
And
stop.
I really want crisps now.
Oh,
no, I like the
there.
sticks.
There's a shop there if you want.
Yeah.
I might go and get a sausage roll.
Yeah. Do you guys have any favourite crisps you'd love to shout out?
McCall's.
What flavour?
I'm in the minority here, but it's salt and vinegar.
It's a ridge. It's a
love
ridge
salt
crisp,
and
Brian.
vinegar.
It's a ridge
Opinion-based
crisp.
podcast, we love it. Matt?
To be honest, I don't really eat crisps, but like,
That's okay.
if the Pringles come out at Christmas, like,
Yeah. Oh.
There we go. There we go.
Have
We
you
love
ever
that.
dipped ready salted into melted
Again with the
chocolate?
McCall's, but like the grilled steak ones.
Oh, that's
no,
a good
that's
shout.
a good shout.
Sorry,
Very good.
did anyone else hear what Jess said?
Have you ever got ready salted Pringles and dipped it in melted chocolate?
Well, there we go.
It's really
Well, that's a new variation on salted caramel I haven't heard before.
Thank you, Jess.
really good.
Have you ever had though? You can get them at like Lidl and stuff. There's like chocolate Pringle shaped things where it's kind of like
they're nice.
maybe like a bit
biscuity,
biscuity.
like, yeah, they're good.
There's like there's some like salted caramel ones I found in Lidl before. Honestly,
don't.
they are bloody lovely.
That's really nice.
They are really nice. Jess, if you can, if anyone does ask any questions, feel free to get promoted.
So we've done. Oh wow.
Well,
Jess is so good.
She's doing great here.
She is.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. She's actually smashing this
This is
promotional
content.
job. Frankie and Jamie, shout out on the
Legends.
pod. We're back. We're back. Hello.
Right. There we go.
No
they
idea
also do
what
lots
he
of
just
nerdy
said.
stuff as well.
Yeah.
I feel like
If you're watching now, posting, yeah, we're in the in the our links are in the description.
That was really good.
Cheers.
You
I
absolutely nailed that.
smashed my own self promotion.
That was amazing.
This is great. I mean, the plan when we do this again, maybe
Yeah.
in like a couple of weeks or so.
Waiting for it to be
is
thriving.
like right out like a big sign.
Yeah,
Like
we wanna
come
get-
on.
well-
For 5 minutes, we'll do a big bumper episode. People can come on, promote their stuff, have a 5-minute chat.
I want to make this sign like a good like notice you can see it.
Yeah.
Get promo on there. I feel like we did a massive. We don't usually do like roundup of news, but I feel like we proper went in
Yeah.
news. We haven't we haven't even used our notes. Like this is all
No.
off the top of
That's
our.
probably good because I don't have any.
I have one, and it's not
Go on,
interesting.
go on, whack out your
I
note,
can't remember what it is.
Where?
Oh yeah, I've literally written down Nuki Man Night Out.
Oh yeah.
That's my one note. Do we want right? So we went to
out on the town.
Yeah, we went out for a night out, and this guy comes up to us. We're sat on the curb having a drink. This man comes up to us, and do you know I've got anywhere to stay? We're like, not really too sure. He was clearly on something.
Like
we were like
yeah.
not too sure.
Most
pal.
people are not going to stop and actively.
But we were like, I think we were that like we. It was fine. Like we were enjoying ourselves. Why not?
Like we were in a
And-
group. We didn't feel like we were in like immediate
If I was on my
danger
own,
or
I would
anything.
not have even
Yeah.
engaged. But we were, a group of us. I was like, we'll entertain the guy.
Didn't want to be an asshole.
And he was like, well, I've been left here on a night out, and when I'm from Newquay, I'm the local crackhead. And I was like, the fuck am I watching here? It was such a train wreck. And then he was like, oh, if you've got this to stay, I've got this
I've
bag.
got this bag, just
He's like, I've
holds
got
up
dough and this bag. And I was like, oh my god.
Charlie's bag of drugs that he was willing to like give away so he could stay somewhere.
It was just something of.
Weirdly,
I
for a second,
don't
I
know.
was tempted.
I,
I can't pretend I wasn't.
if we were drunker, he would have been on our sofa.
Yeah. If we were
He
very
would have
drunk.
been on our sofa.
And that's probably a good idea that we weren't.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have been safe. But then the other guy came up and started looking at the moon. He's like, look at the moon. How cool is the moon? I was like, it's
very cool.
It's very cool, mate. I love that's one thing I love about nights out. It's people you meet. You've got
Yeah.
no idea, and I love it. You know, talk to people. You don't. I got no idea what's going on. They don't have any idea what's going on. So
But
it's just
we've-
Christ the Redeemer in front of us.
I'm just very excited for because student loan will come in about a day.
Yeah.
And because like for the last week, maybe 2 weeks, I have been spending no money because I don't have the money to spend because I need it for
Yeah.
rent. And now I have a student loan. I might be able to enjoy my life a little bit. Like
That's always good.
buy a monster for a podcast.
Yeah. that is something that's like the main. Like, if I had more money, I need money, which is, I guess, the job I'm happy to. I'm excited to actually have funds to do
Money
stuff.
would be nice. I
And
would
like
like to be
spending
able
on
to
like
do
the
stuff.
channel and stuff. Like at some
Nice little
point,
bits
I
of
need to save up
investment
for a
here and
PC.
That'd be
Which
nice.
is a massive investment, but at some point I need to start saving up. I need a job so I can do
Like,
that. So
I can't even think about that until maybe I'm having a little bit more
because I
income.
don't think I've got
Money.
anything of that. And like, I think that's the only thing I need really for my channel that I don't have.
Yeah,
Apart from like upgrading cameras and stuff, I've
Good.
got cameras.
but yeah, like it's-
Upgrading them would be nice, but I need a PC.
like in terms of necessary upgrades, that is the next step for the
My
older
laptop
channel.
is in. It's
It's
on
in the
road.
mud. It's in the mud.
It makes a racket as well because it's powering everything. It's like
Yeah.
I can't do this. It's my laptop, and now I've ruined it, so it doesn't work as a laptop
Oh god.
because it's kind of drained itself for its life. And I was like,
Oh.
oh god. So
Oh, what? So it has to be plugged
it
in all
has
the
to be
time.
plugged in now
My old laptop
because
got
I've
to that
absolutely
stage.
cunted
Yeah.
it. I'm like, it has to be plugged in or it just kills itself,
Yeah.
which isn't ideal. But you know, these things happen.
I have to admit that isn't great.
No, it's not ideal.
Oh, are we good?
I'm quite impressed we've done like a full,
Yeah.
like 30-40 minutes here.
I really hope we're correct and this has worked.
Oh, if it's not, I could cry.
I will. Upset. But yeah.
Are we ready to close the show?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Matt, are you ready to close the show?
Hello. This is very surreal for me to be sat here because I'm a big fan of this podcast. So
lovely
to
to
be
hear.
on this side of the screen is very interesting. I've been watching them. These guys are legends, but it's great to be here. So thanks for having me, boys.
So, do you want to introduce the song a little bit?
Yeah, so this is a song that I wrote over the last few months, really, since, I mean, it's been in my mind since about September last year, so it's been a year in the making. It's called Pretend I'm Not Here, and it's about all of it and none of it, and, you know, it's
I'm
just about the
excited.
general gist of life. So,
Alright, I thought we'd give it the whole frame.
I can tell we're waiting patiently for you to tell me that I should leave, but I already got what I came for. And I've been talking to myself and collecting dust on hypothetical shelves, 'cause I already got what I came for. Pretend I'm not here. I pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here. I pretend I'm not here. Death metal, sing along. At what point do you think it all went wrong? 'Cause I don't wanna do it anymore. We crash and burn to the ground, but at least we think we made our parents proud, and we don't have to do it anymore. Pretend I'm not here. I pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here. I pretend I'm not here. Woo.
Matt, it's an absolute honour. We'll
Thank
see
you
you next
guys.
week
Thank
on
you very
Mediocre Best.
much.
Cheers, guys. Subscribe. Thanks. Yeah, please subscribe.